When I was a kid, I lived in a relatively small apartment with my dad and my sister. In my room, there was a closet that was pretty much filled with toys. And so one day, I was going through my toys and I pulled out this shoe. The shoe looked like this. Now on the top part of the slip-on shoe, which is apparently called the Vamp, there was a picture of this 80s boy band. Strangely enough, my dad was included in this picture. A few days later, I saw those same guys from the picture walk up my apartment stairs and hang out with my dad. I remember this memory so vividly, I could even tell you what I was wearing that day. Years later, when I asked my dad about this event, he had no memory of it. He had no memory of being in a band, or me finding the shoe, or those guys coming over. Despite my dad not being able to sing, dance like a boy band would, or play any instrument, I believed this to be a conspiracy. I believed that he quit the band so he could be a better father. The truth is, my brain actually created a fake memory. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Mandela Effect and how the brain fails us on a daily basis. And this is Cultist Culture. Now before I go in and talk about examples of the Mandela Effect, I just want to let you know that I'm obviously not a scientist, and I'm just basing these opinions on historical evidence, grammatical correctness, and adding things up. The first one being Sex and the City. People remember it being Sex in the City. The show, the books, the movies, they were all presented us with the city being as much of a character as Carrie Bradshaw. The books, movies, and TV shows were a collection of stories about the city, women, and their dating lives. It's like Will and Grace instead of Will in Grace, because Will's gay. Twitter user Carrie posted this image. Well, let's just end the video there. That's definite proof of alternate realities. Actually, it's not. This is the Sex in the City Eau de Parfum, and it can be purchased on many different online retailers, including Amazon.com, which lists the seller as Sex in the City Perfume. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the company isn't called Hershey's Chocolate Bar, it's just called Hershey's. People want to claim that this is residue from a previous timeline, but it's not that. This product exists because it's counterfeit. In fact, it's one of the most seized counterfeit items at the US Border Control. This product is literally made with urine and carcinogens. It can actually kill you if you use it. But just to prove that it's Sex and the City even more, I went to the HBO official website of Sex and the City, and they don't even list perfume as a product that they sell. See? Now somewhere, there is a scam artist wondering how their counterfeit product became a talking point for alternate realities. The next one is my favorite Mandela Effect. It is the Monopoly Man. A lot of people remember the Monopoly Man having a monocle. I believe that Jim Carrey and the 1% are to blame for this inaccuracy. Check out this video of Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls.
Who is this ghastly man?
Ace Ventura, pet detective. And you must be the Monopoly guy. Hey, thanks for the free parking.
To his credit, he does look like the Monopoly guy. There's also this video of Mr. Peanut.
At Planners, we know how to throw a remarkable holiday party. Just serve classy snacks.
The mayor of Townsville.
I accidentally gave the key to the city to my rival, the evil Baron von Mayersley of Citytropolis.
Penguin from the Batman animated series.
I find your middling machinations mildly diverting, but for sheer criminal genius, none surpasses my most recent ornithologically inspired entoilment.
Colonel Mustard. Are you noticing a common trend here? This is showing that nearly every rich person portrayed to us in media wears a monocle. I'm not going to say that all rich people wear monocles, but I think it's safe to say that people who wear monocles are usually rich. Mr. Peanut does it to show that Planters is the Gucci of the Peanut game. It's all just a stereotype, which Bender from Futurama plays up in the episode A Fistful of Dollars.
Maybe you don't understand just how rich he is. In fact, I think I better put on a monocle.
The Simpsons do it too.
That's my third monocle this week. I simply must stop being so horrified.
When you are consistently told that people who are rich wear monocles, it feels wrong when someone named Rich Uncle Moneybags doesn't. Granted, the Monopoly Man should be wearing a monocle, but doesn't, so it feels wrong. This is lending false credibility to this Mandela Effect. People remember Pikachu having a tail like this. As you can see, Pikachu has black tips on his ears and a black tip on his tail. In reality, Pikachu does not have a black tip on his tail. The argument can be made that people are seeing the ears and falsely associating it with the tail, but that's not why I believe that. I'm going to present a brand new argument as to why people believe Pikachu has a black tip tail. Now, I've never watched Pokemon, but I'm told that virgins do. While doing research for this, a virgin told me that Pokemon is essentially animated dogfighting, where these pocket monsters have the ability to morph into a more powerful form. And Pikachu is the second form out of 3 total forms. The first one is Pichu, the second is Pikachu, and the third is Raichu. If you look at Pichu, you can see that he has a black tail, so I believe that people are confusing Pichu with Pikachu. Who knew virgins knew so much? No, I am your father. People remember the notorious saying from Star Wars being, Luke, I am your father. As you can see in this clip, that's just not true.
No, I am your father.
You think Vader says Luke because he is talking to Luke. This incorrect phrase is more phonetically appeasing. No one would understand the reference if you said, no, I am your father. Adding Luke onto it makes it instantly recognizable. Luke has always believed that Vader killed his father, to which Vader corrects Luke by saying, no, I am your father. It's not grammatically correct for him to say Luke in that specific situation. The viewer already knows that he's talking to Luke. At the beginning of the dialogue, after the lightsaber fight, Darth Vader does start the sentence by saying Luke, which is appropriate because it's at the beginning of the dialogue. People use this clip of James Earl Jones misquoting the original quote.
When I first saw the dialogue that said, Luke, I am your father, I said to myself, he's lying. I wonder how they're gonna play that lie out.
Just because the actor that played Darth Vader's voice doesn't remember the actual quote, doesn't mean we stepped into an alternate reality. Now you may be asking, what are some of the theories behind the Mandela Effect? I mean, all these things are happening, but what's the reason for it? And as you're about to see, the world is f***ing nuts. Some of the theories are that the world ended in 2012 and we're all just living in a holodeck similar to Star Trek. This holodeck is kind of like the VR headset, and a player is controlling and altering our history. Another theory is that someone is changing the past for financial gain, just like the TV show Continuum. And the craziest of all is that the elite satanic overlords at CERN and the quantum computing Nazi shadow government. Yep, some people actually believe that CERN has satanic cult ties. Now with that out of the way, I want you to tell me what your favorite Mandela Effect is, or maybe a personal Mandela Effect that you've experienced. Leave those in the comments below, make sure to like the video and subscribe. I want to thank you for joining me for another episode of Cultist Culture. Thanks for watching another episode of Cultist Culture. If you liked the video, click on the left for the most recent upload, and click on the right for a similar video. Don't forget to like the video before leaving to watch a more popular YouTuber. To support the channel, all you have to do is click on that little circular channel icon. The one right there in the center. I know you see it. Put that finger muscle to good use and click on subscribe.